Good evening, people. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. This is Rose McGowan. And this is what I'm going to discuss. I came across this article, and I'm going to say it like this. Rose McGowan and these other females on this Me Too bullshit, time's up. These females waited like over 20 years on average to come out and say that they were victims of sexual harassment, and some would say they were victims of rape and other forms of abuse, or just flat out all the above. But they waited 20 years to say something, and the thing is, again, specifically, she has to beef with Harvey Weinstein, and I know what it is, and you're gonna find out my take on it. But the thing is, I don't see Rose McGowan and any of these females coming forward in Hollywood as victims. You don't. If somebody attacks you, violates you, tortures you, beats the shit out you, harms you, rapes you, and you live to tell about it, and you're able. I mean, my thing is, somebody does you wrong. Somebody comes at you and fucks you up. Lays their hands on lay their hands on you, lay their feet on you, violate you, take advantage of you, bully you, harass you, fuck with you, torment you, take advantage of you, physically do physical harm to you, mainly, basically rape you, and you mean to tell me the minute that after when you are victimized by the perpetrator, you mean to tell me you're gonna wait 20 years later to say something, and you want to, and then you want to act like, and then all these other people want to see you as a fucking victim, as a fucking hero. But meanwhile, mind you, Harvey Weinstein is not in jail. I don't see him in cuffs. I don't see him sitting in a jail cell. I don't see that shit. All I see these bitches who are doing this Me Too bullshit, these Caucasian supremacist man-hating bitches who got issues with their own male counterparts, Caucasian males. But it's funny how when Caucasian females and just non-black, so-called non-black chicks got issues with men of their own ethnicity within their own so-called racial group, and within their own ethnic group, and even have issues with Caucasian males. I notice they always take out their anger, their hatred towards men of color, the black man. I noticed that throughout my life. I noticed that these Caucasian females, when they reach a certain age and they're not as pretty, they're not as beautiful, not as sexy, not as alluring and enticing, not as seductive, not appealing to older dudes. Because let's keep it real, when women are young, they like to go to older dudes. It has nothing to do with maturity, and they don't fall for that bullshit ass line ass narrative that women mature quicker than men. That's a fucking lie. Even when they say, well, their bodies evolve quickly or develop quickly, I don't buy that shit, because my thing, from my observation and me looking into that shit, that's a theory. That's not a fact. You know what I'm saying? You know, when it comes to maturity, so let me just say, when it comes to maturity, I'm going to touch on that, what I'm about to say. It comes based on a person's experiences, how they were brought up, where they were raised, what they were exposed to, and how they were able to handle things, usually adversity, and how they problem solve, and how they think things through, and how they are more self-efficient. Does that really apply to women? I say no, not in Western society. Hell nah. Now, when it comes to just because, and let me say this like this: just because someone appears to be older or ages fast, body-wise, that don't mean that's maturity. That ain't maturity. That just means you ain't eating right and taking care of your body, and you eating the wrong foods and drinking the wrong shit. water, all these soft drinks, and all these poisons, toxic shit. The poisons in the air, food and water, everything you have. And I say, and like I said, between men and women, people age at a different rate. Some people age slow. Some people age normal pace. Some people age at a slower pace, and that's really a good thing. And some people age faster than others. Or bodies develop and evolve and mature quicker. Some people mature slower. Some people mature at just a moderate, normal rate. You know what I'm saying? You know. But let me say it like this: it's funny how women talk about they when they're young. They like, oh, they like maturity. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they just want to do who got money, who they perceive to be well established. But meanwhile, mind you, they want they want a handout. They want to be treated like a little girl. And it's funny how I was listening to the D.L. Hughley show. I got to do a video on that. I can't stand that coon ass pandering simp D.L. Hughley and his assistant, or should I say co-host. He has many co-hosts, but specifically his main primary co-host, that Negro peeing, black feminist, Negro bedwench, self-hating coon-net bitch, Jasmine Sanders. It's funny how she plays both sides, talking about a man's supposed to do this and that. Then all of a sudden, she wants to be say, "I'm a feminist. I believe in equal rights and all this other shit, equal pay." But bitch don't want. But these bitches can't even do the same job as a man, and not willing to work the same hours and time and effort, and not willing to put their lives on the line for that organization, for that company, to get a paycheck. And I see men who work these hard, hands-on, laborious jobs. These women work these cushy-ass jobs, and it's bitching about pay. And they don't even put in the same work. Most women take time off. Most women take work part-time. Most women take maternity leave. You know, most women take work can have the privilege to not work for like 5 to 10 years, and all of a sudden they want to come back and say, "Well, I should be promoted." Bitch, you just came back 10 years later, and everything's changed. So you gotta go back to school. We learned some shit. We learned a lot of shit, so you can be up, so you can be eligible and qualify for that career field that you are applying for and applying yourself to. No, but bitches feel they're entitled. Oh, I want the same pay as a man, but while I'm working like 25 hours, he's working. This dude is working like 65. Oh, I suspect a handout. Meanwhile, these bitches talk about they want the same shit, the same pay as a man, but they want a man who got more than them. And talking about and come up with these bullshit ass justifications and all talk about in tradition, bitch. Wait a minute, you said hold on, bitch. You were talking about tradition, but wait a minute, you talk about you a feminist and you pro woman and I don't need a man type of bullshit. But then all of a sudden you say you need a man for this and that. Oh, you need a man to fix the car that you really didn't fucking pay for, that your parents, daddy and mommy, daddy, particularly daddy or your ex boyfriend that you hooked up with gave you, or you got out of a fucking settlement from your ex boyfriend, ex husband, wherever the hell you got it from. Somebody helped you get that car, was usually a fucking man. Because you don't know how to negotiate shit and get you. And that's another thing. A lot of women don't know how to negotiate to get high pay. A lot of don't even want to put in the work and the time to demonstrate that they deserve a high salary. A lot of women take these easy bullshit ass jobs. All they do is talk about relationships. It's funny how women talk about relationships, but they always fantasize about relationships. There's always dudes who got money and status, but they don't focus on people who are they just focus on celebrities and these relationships, gossip, what's going on in Hollywood with these celebrities and all that shit. And the reason why women like celebrities, particularly dudes, is because of the money. Because they want to be cushy. They want to be treated like little girls. My thing is, if you were a woman in 2018 and you're looking for a man to take care of you, but you can work, there's nothing wrong with you. You got skills. You got more. More of y'all in college. Y'all brag about y'all got more degrees than men. More of y'all got opportunities than men. A lot of y'all taking over the job market, but A lot of y'all don't want to apply yourself to that position, and then when y'all do, I mean, those who do this, oh, you suck and you fuck and suck your way to the goddamn top to get ahead. Use your sexuality, your body. Oh, but don't treat me like a sex object. Oh, but I want to be a sex object when it benefits me to get ahead. Use your looks, use your sex appeal, use your femininity, your female privilege. Oh, pull a woman card. Oh, you ain't gonna promote me. Oh, because I'm a girl. No, because actually because you can't do the shit that dude can do. Your male coworkers can do. That's why we ain't promoting you. That's why we ain't giving you a raise. What? But you want to cry sexism? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, guys. It's fucking ridiculous. Bitches talking about, oh, bitches talk about, oh, they want to pretend that they're fucking victims, and they ain't no fucking victim. Talk about, oh, this dude, this guy, the boss is coming at me this way and that way. But even though you are initiating it and you are provoking it, you are flirting and trying to stimulate his sexual desires, his primal male instincts to come after you that way. You have your tits out, cleavage showing. You make sure you show a lot of skin. You show your legs. You show you make sure your tight clothes to show your hips and ass. You know what I'm saying? If you know a dude got a you make sure your nails are well manicured, your hands are well manicured, especially your nails to look good. You make sure your feet look good. If you're allowed to wear flip flop, if you're allowed to wear sandals, especially those stylish sandals, if a dude like feet, especially toes, you make sure your toes are on point, well pedicured, and if a dude gets turned on to that, you're going to use that to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? You know that, I mean, you're going to use, you can't talk about don't look at me as a sex object, but wait a minute, it's okay for you to look at guys as a sex object. It's okay to judge a man based on what he has and don't have. You use a man's looks against him, but you don't want a man to do that to you. To you women out there who do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you talk about, and it kills me how, no, you know what? I'm just giving you just my perspective right now. But I'm going to read this article because I don't want this video to be too long. It's like women, you want to play on, you want to be, I'm strong and independent, but then at the same time, you want to be damsel in distress. And that's what a lot of Caucasian females do. They are the most hypergamous bitches on the planet. They talk, they don't care about nobody but fuck themselves. I know actually, from my experience, I talk to many Caucasian guys when it comes to gender politics, believe it or not. And I'm noticing that there's a lot of Caucasian guys who are Caucasian American males, white American males who don't like white American females anymore. That's why some of these dudes are getting their passports. And they about that, that Caucasian supremacist stuff. Talk about that so-called white pride. If they want to preserve their so-called white race, they want to keep everything, European. So they'll just go to Europe and get a chick from there. If they just don't like Western European females, European women in general, just Caucasian females, it don't matter if she's from America or another country. They just say, I don't want to fuck with these bitches because feminism is in their culture. Matriarchal gynocentrism is in European culture. Damn that. If I'm in America, if I can get a ticket, I just go to, shit. If I can't only afford to go so far, I'll just go to Mexico. I'll go to some Latin American country, get someone who appears to be white, as they say, white Hispanic. I'll get that type of chick, or just get a Latina. But if I got some money, I'm going to the other side of the world, and I'm getting myself an Asian woman. If I really like that chocolate, and I really don't give a damn about what other people think, I'm getting myself a black woman, a sister, an African chick. Rather be from Africa or the Caribbean islands. You know what I'm saying? So, this whole time's up, Me Too bullshit, this fucking bullshit. You women have just y'all have shot yourselves in the goddamn foot again. And it's like y'all don't learn your fucking lessons. Y'all think like a child. Y'all still want dudes to take you out, pick you up in his own car. You want him to have this and have that, have his own place, his own crib and all that shit. And a lot of just the stuff that you women demand from a man, y'all don't have your damn selves. Y'all want to be treated like little girls, but you're claiming to be somewhat more mature than a man. And then all of a sudden, when you get like in your 40s, over 35, and especially in your 40s, 40-ish, close to your 50s, now all of a sudden, some of you women are getting emboldened to go after younger dudes. And some of you have actually learned from your mistakes and started to recognize. Let me get this. I see this guy who's in school doing his thing. I see him on the cover. I see he has potential. I'm gonna try to pretend I'm young. I'm gonna lie about my age. I know I'm way older than him. I may be like 5 years, 5 years, 10 years. 15, over 15 years, maybe damn near old enough to be his mama. He's old enough to be my son. But I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be alone. I don't have to do this. The dudes who are the same age as me are mad at me, don't want to have nothing to do with me because I fucked up. The older dudes ran through me, and they're old. And then, technically older dudes, they're about to die. They're on Social Security. Don't have that much money, or they just can't. I just want. It takes a while for them to get heated and get sexual. They got to take Viagra, take the pill, take a couple of pills to get hot and bothered and horny to fuck me like I like to be fucked. No, so I'll get some young dick. I don't have to worry about that. I just tear his ass up, convert him. I just get him and hopefully land him. And if I can have some kids, hopefully I can do that. I'll lock him up, put him on lock. And that's how these women are making. Mr. Money ID has made a video about that. About the whole cougar thing. And it's like you women talk about why dudes don't want to talk to you, don't want to approach you. Well, you women talk about these, came up with these, your four mothers and these older women, bitter as hell, angry, just hate men because they made poor choices are about talking about, oh, we got to talk about sexism, we got to talk about misogyny. Bitch, there's no misogyny in America. There's no misogyny in Western culture. If y'all gave a fuck, y'all will use your privilege and your influence to actually help out women who actually matter. How about y'all use you Caucasian females make me fucking sick. Y'all talk about that shit, but when it comes to racism with women of color, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you're silent. When Sandra Bland was fucking murdered by the cops, when you got women of color being murdered in these prisons, and these prison guards who are Caucasian males are beating the shit out of them, raping the fuck out of them, violating them, y'all don't speak on that. When you had that half Asian, half Caucasian cop in Oklahoma rape women of color left and right, specifically black women. Oh, where was the National Organization for Women? Where was Rose McGowan then? Where was all these Alyssa or Melissa? I think it's Alyssa Milano at. Where is Selma Hayek at? Even though she's Selma Hayek is trying to pass herself as a Caucasian female, she's Mexican, by the way. No, all these feminists. Where is all these feminists? These Caucasian, specifically, primarily these Caucasian females who are feminists. Where y'all at? When you got little girls being body slammed by cops, girls of color being body slammed by cops, being sexually abused by these cops, Caucasian male cops to be specific. Where y'all at? When that girl in Texas got body slammed by that cop, where were y'all at? Y'all talk about domestic violence and no man should hit a woman. When you had a cop out in San Diego beat the shit out of a black woman who was homeless, where y'all at? When you got black women who are struggling and homeless, where you Caucasian females at? That's why I tell y'all sisters, stay the fuck away from these Caucasian females. Y'all always telling brothers, watch out for that white woman. Watch out for these white women. They can get you lynched, get you hanging from the tree. They can get you jammed up. You can be falsely accused of rape. They can falsely accuse you of rape, falsely accuse you of a crime that you did not commit. If you have sex with them, they can say you raped them after the sex. Or if you refuse to talk to them, oh, they'll lie on you, say you did something to them, especially say, oh, you sexual harassed and raped, then you lose your job, you get kicked out of school, or you go to jail, or you die in jail, or get in jail, or you get put underneath the jail, or you get the electric chair, or you can get lynched, or by these pussy ass, simp ass Caucasian supremacist males, Manjana motherfuckers who the modern lynch mob will come after you, your black ass as a black man, and get you fucked up and get you lynched from hanging from a goddamn tree, or they will just kill you inhumanely on the spot. You know, I'm just fucking sick and tired of this Me Too bullshit. Let me read this, okay? So, because damn, I'm late already. Rose McGowan shares. Yeah, I gotta hurry up. Rose McGowan in an upcoming book claims that Harvey Weinstein stripped her clothes and performed oral sex on her as he pleasured himself during a 1997 hotel room encounter. What the fuck is she doing there in the first place? But I digress. The actress who identifies Weinstein as the monster in her book Brave writes that she was in Weinstein's room in Park City, Utah for what she believed was a career-relating meeting when the alleged assault occurred. Bitch, you no, bitch. Oh, you know, you know what? Let me just hurry up. He moans loudly through my tears as I see semen floating on the top of the bubbles. McGowan asserts in the book, according to a review in the New York Times. It's the first time McGowan, who previously accused Weinstein of rape, significantly detailed her allegation against the film producer. More than this is it right here. More than 80 women have accused Weinstein of sexual misconduct. Really, it took 80 bitches to say something, and it took one female. It took one woman who, when the minute she was violated, when the minute she was coerced, sexually harassed, and sexually assaulted, she reported it right away. But now y'all want to come out for your own fucking agenda for money and for some attention? Fuck out of here. I digress. She writes in Brave that she went to a photo op for her movie Phantoms shortly after the encounter. Her co-star Ben Affleck found out where McGowan had been before the event, and according to the book, allegedly said, "God damn it! I told him to stop doing that." McGowan has previously claimed Affleck knew about Weinstein's alleged behavior. What about your behavior, Rose McGowan? But I digress. Affleck sidestepped a question about McGowan's claim during a November interview on the Today Show. I really don't want to get into other people's individual stories because I feel like those are their stories and they are entitled to tell as much or as little as they want, Affleck told Savannah Godfrey at the time. I believe Rose. I support her. I really like and admire her tenacity. I wish her the best. McGowan, age 44, says the encounter with Weinstein damaged her film career. That's what let me stop y'all right there. That's what it's about. She's mad because she's a has-been. She's mad because she's not beautiful and sexy. She's mad because she ain't jack off to material to the older dudes and the dudes her age in her age group, and she's mad because she's not jack off material to the younger dudes who are discovering her, and especially these boys who are becoming young men going through puberty and becoming adolescents. She's mad because those way younger, those underage guys, those underage young men, or should I say underage boys, underage teenage boys ain't trying to have sexual fantasies about her, and she's mad. But I digress. It seemed like every creep in it seems like every creep in Hollywood knew about my most vulnerable, and violated moment she wrote in the book. And I was the one who pushed for it. No, you didn't. McGowan also claimed she hoped to press charges against Weinstein following the alleged assault, but was told by an attorney that people wouldn't believe her story. Ain't nobody buying her bullshit ass story. McGowan, who has been a vocal supporter of the Me Too movement, which she stole from her sister, and she's a fucking handkerchief head Negro peeing Negro Bedouin coon, but I digress. Coonette. She's a fucking mammy, ugly as hell. Talk about Me Too, and she's not. And ain't no dude ain't trying to take advantage of that. So I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Same with Rose McGowan. Ain't no dude wanna just attack her and sexually have his way with her. Ain't happening, and they're mad about that. But women are just crazy like that, especially Caucasian females or so-called Caucasian females, because Rose McGowan is Italian, and she's not considered white. So she's not considered white. Traditional white, a traditional white woman. Because I mean, when I look at Rose McGowan, you know, she looks very ethnic, and she does have something exotic, and she don't have traditional Caucasian female features. If you catch my drift, but I continuing at the hashtag Me Too movement is one of over 80 women to come forward since October to accuse. Where was I? is over 80 women to come forward since early October to accuse Weinstein of sexual harassment, assault, or rape. Weinstein has denied all allegations of non-consensual sex. McGowan's book goes on sale January 31st this year, 2018. Look at this bitch. Let me show you. See, if I'm gonna look at the link. Anne H coming forward, basically talking about she a fucking victim. Now I'll let y'all read this. Now I'm gonna show you Summer High. Bitch, please. She's still a bad, sexy bitch if you ask me. But bitch, please, you stop it. She's coming forward, Summer Hayek. You know what I'm saying? And this sister, I was a fucking bad wench, but okay, but Cadian Noble. Please, bitch, shut your ass. All you women, and that's it. My thing is this. All you bitches need to have several damn seats and sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. Miss me with that times up me too movement bullshit. Rose McGowan, shame on you. And not only that, you insulted the black community, the black community. Talk about Caucasian females have the same issues as black people. Really, bitch? I didn't see Caucasian females being hung from trees. I didn't see Caucasian females picking cotton and being whipped to death, being beaten to death. Having her being used as guinea pigs, having their vaginas butchered as for medical research, and being used as guinea pigs, being victims of Tuskegee experiment and syphilis and stuff, being tested for diseases. I mean, being injected with AIDS and all types of diseases to kill us, to be victims of genocide. I know y'all victims same with you gay motherfuckers who pull that shit. Y'all children, Caucasian females, y'all children were never, taken out, you never had to worry about a lynch mob breaking into your house and raping the shit out you while your husband was forced to watch it and then resent him afterwards for not protecting you. Really, bitch? Your white babies, to you Caucasian females, were never fed to alligators. You were never sprayed with fire hoses. You never had dogs sucked on you and biting you and eating you to death. You never castrated. We're never tied for limb to limb. So Rose McGowan to make an insensitive ass racist statement tells me not only that she's a man hater, but she's a racist. To say something racist to racially insensitive like that, that's just racist and that's racist and that's just racial insensitivity. You know what I'm saying? Being racist, that's just being blatant insensitive to black people, the black community. But you don't talk about the black men's plight and how Caucasian females lied on us. You know, got us hung from trees, got our dicks cut off, and we hung from a tree. You don't talk about the Emmett Tills who got beat to death. You know what I'm saying? Where were you at when Trayvon Martin was gunned down? Where were you at where Tamir Rice was gunned down? Jordan Crawford and all, Markia Boyd, Renisha McBride. Where you at, Rose McGowan, International Organization for Women? You Caucasian females, you white feminists, where y'all at? Since you say your plight is just like black people's, I don't think when Rose McGowan got pulled over by the police, I don't see her getting a bogus ass ticket and getting losing points on her goddamn license, getting it revoked, and have to worry about her car insurance going the fuck up, or worry about systematic institutional racism. Being gunned down by cops or being beat up by cops in front of everybody. And just, I don't see Rose McGowan, being slandered and lied about because when a sister turns out a Caucasian male, sometimes these bastards would talk bad about that chick and make racist jokes. Were you a victim of that, Rose McGowan? I know you're Italian, but where you had to worry about that shit? You don't have to worry about that shit as much, but if you read the history of how Caucasians despise Italians, you need to wake the fuck up. You just got your so-called white card, your white woman card recently, bitch. And since Rose McGowan and these other bitches talk about the Me Too movement, the Time's Up bullshit movements, Me Too / Time's Up, when Monique got disenfranchised, when Monique got blackballed, which is actually being whiteballed in the entertainment movie industry, when Monique got fucked over and she did not get the same, she was being way underpaid for her work and being dismissed. Where were you at, Rose McGowan? Where were you at, Amy Schumer? Since we're all women, I'm not a woman, but since y'all talk about women's empowerment, women's rights and shit, where were y'all at where sisters are being mistreated, being the poorest group, the least desired when it comes to being socially disrespected and the least desired for dating and marriage, and just people don't want to be around her, and black women are always bashed by y'all, but the black men get the blame. But I seen Caucasian females that overheard their conversations talking shit about black women. I seen Caucasian females getting, and just out of so-called non-black chicks getting emboldened to talk shit about to another black man about a black woman and talk about how better she is. Y'all talk about you care about women's issues, but you only care about your so-called bullshit ass issues. You don't care about issues of women of color. I don't see you, Rose McGowan, going out to Islam, going out to the Middle East and these Asian countries, going to India, talk about their issues. Helping them out, with women getting acid thrown in their face and shit, and all types of shit. Where you at, Rose McGowan, and women like you and Selma Hayek, Alyssa Milano, and all you other bitches, and all you bitches that talk about who are part of this Me Too bullshit campaign, movement, whatever the fuck you call it. You know what I'm saying? And hey, bitch, please. A lot of you bitches are the reason why y'all coming up forward and talk about you a victim of something, and y'all try to pull that shit on Cosby. But the difference is y'all try to put Cosby in jail because y'all mad, just like Janice Dickerson lied on Cosby and all these other racist ass Caucasian bitches, and lied on a brother. You have constantly Caucasian females. When Bethany Starr lied on that so-called black woman, That fictitious black woman out in Seattle, Washington. Were you at, feminists? Where were you at, Rose McGowan, when that shit happened? When Bethany Sorrow, racist bitch ass, lied on a sister. And recently in New York, you had Lizzie Dunn, old ugly ass, put acid on her face and say a black person did it. A black woman did it. But you're silent. When Monique got, I'll say that again. I'll say that one more motherfucking time. When Monique got disrespected and mistreated and dismissed by Hollywood and whiteballed by people who look like you, by your male counterpart specifically, and just your people in general, because she don't have the right complexion for the protection. When that sister I think in Connecticut, got terrorized and bullied racially and abused by her Caucasian female roommate, where were you at, Rose McGowan, when that shit went down? Since you talk about women's issues and you a feminist, you feminists are a fucking joke. You Caucasian bitches are a fucking joke. You know what I mean? The ones who are feminists. If you're a Caucasian female and you're not a feminist and you're not racist, I'm not talking about you. So don't come at me with no bullshit, okay? Because I would just block you. And say when you Captain Save a whole ass, simp ass males. Okay? I'm tired of this shit. I'm just tired. I mean, I lost my train of thought. But I'll just say it like this, man. I mean, it's funny how you bitches, when you get a certain age, you want to talk about women's issues, women's rights. But when you were young and hot and sexy, when you were fucking and sucking, you went to the top, and you were letting dudes disrespect you and treat you like shit, when you were getting shit, when you were getting promotions and getting opportunities, career opportunities, when you were getting money, cars, and even side dudes that you were fucking with too, when dudes were looking at you, you didn't talk about women's issues. But all of a sudden, you're old and ugly and bitter, and you have no damn kids. You don't have no children, to my knowledge. Say with Megyn Kelly pulling that, I was a victim of sexual harassment and abuse by Bill O'Reilly. Now she get all this money, but she don't even like black people. But she has issues with black men. But for some reason, when Caucasian females have issues with their men and they get angry and offended and insulted and angry and enraged and want to do so, they're not going to step up to a Caucasian male and beat the shit out of him. Oh, they'll fight a black man. And then all of a sudden, when she get her ass whooped and she want to cry, I was a victim, even though she started shit. Like, look at what happened to Joe Mixon. Look what happened to that brother who lost a scholarship in Florida, playing football for, I don't know what college in Florida, but the racist bitch calls him a nigger and kicks him in the nuts and hits him, and he knocks her the fuck out, and now his life is destroyed. Same with Joe Mixon in Oklahoma. Bitch starts shit, and Joe Mixon stands up for himself. Now he's the bad guy. I'm just tired of the selective outrage. You women are not oppressed. You Caucasian females are not oppressed. You got white privilege and you got white female privilege. Gynocentrism has been good to you. You got feminism on your side. You got The Rock. You got these sip ass manjana dudes on your side, pandering to you. You got self-hating, coon ass Negro males trying to defend you and save you. How are you oppressed? How is a man trying to stop you from living your life, bitch? And my thing, if you Caucasian females were really fucking oppressed, you would not be laying up with Caucasian males and having their babies and continue to practice and pass down Caucasian supremacy, continue to teach your kids to hate black people, to be racist, and carry on racist traditions and race bait like a motherfucker. I can't stand bitches like her. Even though she's not traditionally a white woman, a Caucasian woman, but she thinks she got that Caucasian supremacist attitude. She's a woman of color who's passing as a so-called white American woman. I mean, I'm done, man. I'm just done. Y'all have a good night. I'm out. Peace.
Let me add this part. If rape culture was a reality for a lot of you women out here, especially in America, free case, don't get that shit fucked up and don't get it twisted. Y'all would not be trying to wear Y'all would not trying to wear clothes that make you look damn near naked. You would not be wearing tight clothes. You wouldn't be wearing all these skimpy outfits, short skirts, short mini skirts. You know what I'm saying? Having your ass and titties out, making it revealing. You wouldn't be trying to spend all your time trying to make yourself look enticing. Okay? You would be like the women out in you would be more like a Muslim woman. The traditional Muslim woman, not an Americanized Muslim woman. I'm talking about a traditional Muslim woman. Muslim woman. You don't. All you see is the eyes. She's covered from head to toes. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. You would not be able to go anywhere on your own. First of all, you wouldn't be allowed to drive a car. You would not be allowed to walk out in the public street. Like I was saying, after my phone cut off because my battery died, is this. I mean, all this so-called sexual liberation, and they just allowed many of you women to be hoes and sluts. And in this rape culture, how can you talk about rape culture, but many of you women support slut walks and whoredom and single motherhood? Talk about you're strong and independent, but you're always begging the government for a handout. You're always demanding handouts from men that you hate. You are hypergamous as hell. You want dudes to have more money than you, but you want to talk about equality. But y'all don't want to pay half. You don't want to pay for your own damn meal. Y'all don't only want to use your own car. Y'all refuse to pick a guy up. And then we have the other end of the spectrum where women or these full-fledged matriarchs get with dusty dudes, losers. But to me, I look at it like this: guys have been messing with broke, dusty chicks forever. But it's okay for women to be broke, lazy, and dusty, and not help a man and support a man and provide for a man. But if a dude does it, it's okay. But y'all don't talk about that type of sexism, feminist. Y'all okay with women putting their hands on men, but a dude can't hit back. But nobody should hit nobody. And nobody should verbally abuse anybody, nor physically abuse anybody. They should never bully anybody. Domestic violence can go either way. Sexism can go either way. But I don't want to go off to another subject. It's funny how women talk about men and this sexual harassment and this Me Too bullshit and this Time's Up bullshit. But if a dude don't want to deal with a woman, don't want to look at a woman, he's gay. Yes, or a dude talks about his grievances about women, which is consistent. He's a whiner, he's weak. But women talk about men and complain about men all day, and they're never looked at as weak. If a man don't want to deal with a masculine, aggressive, belligerent, combative, argumentative, disrespectful, man-hating feminist of a woman, he's weak. If he wants to get a passport or meet a foreign chick, he's weak. If he wants to date outside his ethnicity, and this is more of an issue in the so-called black community, he's a self-hater. He's a coon. He's a cell. He can't handle a strong woman. What the fuck is a strong woman? Ain't none of y'all strong because the black community's fucked up. Y'all been running it for too damn long, and y'all can't even handle constructive criticism, but y'all want to call yourself strong. You know, you talk about this, many women talk about this rape culture, but you talk about a man should control himself, but many of you women, when you see a guy that you like, when you're horny and turned on, you know, all of a sudden, y'all can't control yourselves. Y'all can't keep your hands to yourself. Y'all can't keep your mouth closed. Y'all can't keep your legs closed. So that's hypocrisy. I mean, how are you gonna provoke somebody and tease somebody? How are you gonna just get a rise out of somebody, good or bad? Didn't want to dictate the consequences. That's stupid as hell. If you wanna, if a man teases a woman sexually, plays with her desire and emotions, oh, it's wrong. And if a woman snaps or goes crazy and angry and wants to kill a guy, it's justified. But if a dude does that, I mean, if the situation was on the other, the shoe was on the other foot, and the situation was in reverse, he's a monster. But overall, to you women, you want to call Harvey Weinstein and these other dudes, Matt Lauer, Bill O'Reilly. I can't stand none of them racist motherfuckers anyway. But the only monster, if you wanted to say men are monsters, who gave birth to those monsters? A woman. Who laid up? You had sex with a monster. So what does that make you? That's what you got to think about. The real monster is you women, because since day one, this society has been fucked up. Because because you women cry to get what you want, demand and bitch. You don't lose logic and common sense. You're about yourselves. It's okay for you to do evil sides, some fucked up shit. Even cut another woman's throat and fuck up her relationship. What, does that make a woman a monster? If she knows a man and she has a girlfriend, right? And let's say she knows this woman has a husband and she tries to push up on her husband. What does that make her try to steal her husband away from her? But they're supposed to be sister, right? Sisterhood, girl power, right? Basically, to you women, especially you full-fledged feminists, you full-blown feminists, you feminists, pro-women females, sit your ass down and shut up. Peace.